Hey, how are y'all doing today? Dana here. I'm popping in to just talk to you today and see how you're doing. Today is a wonderful day for me. I've got some of my family coming over, kids and grandkids, and I need to stretch my grocery dollar. One thing that we Southerners do when we realize we've got some folks coming over and we might need a little extra and we want to make sure we don't run out of any food is we go to the farmer's market, or either we pick these up in the grocery store in the produce aisle. We get us a cantaloupe. Oh, cantaloupes are so good. Or we get us some tomatoes. So if you get cantaloupe and tomatoes, this is like two side dishes really, really fast. So this is what I'll be doing tonight. And you know what we Southerners do? We'll get out a really cute dish that we have and we'll put it in it and make sure it's chilled good. Like I'll put my tomatoes in this when I slice them up. And a friend of mine recently gifted me with this beautiful bowl. Y'all see this beautiful vintage bowl? A friend of mine recently gifted me with this. Sue, thank you, Sue. And I just love it. It matches my house. It matches a lot of the dishes that I have. And she knows it's 40 plus years old. So anyway, this is a dish that she loves and she's handed it off to me because she knows I like pretty dishes. So what I'm going to do is like all these Southerners do around here, we get us a pretty bowl out and we get us a cantaloupe, and that's going to be an extra spot on the plate that's filled up pretty easily. And the tomatoes as well. So let me talk to y'all first about picking out a cantaloupe. Now y'all, cantaloupes are not, they're not going to look gorgeous on the outside. I'm just going to tell you, this is what this cantaloupe looks like. Now, if you know, it's not like an apple where you pick out an apple because it looks beautiful and smooth and stuff on the outside. Cantaloupes pack a lot of flavor, but they're not the prettiest on the produce aisle. But I'm going to tell y'all, this is how I pick mine out. Now, you look at the ends. There's two ends, okay, this one and this one. You're going to look at this one here. This is the one where it came off of the vine right here. And this is what I do. So when you see me in the produce aisle, I will be doing this, smelling of it. Now, if it smells like a cantaloupe should taste, really, really good, really sweet, really intense, this is the cantaloupe you want. Now, when I was at the grocery store the other day, I probably smelled of 6 to 8 cantaloupes before I picked this one. So they do smell differently. Now, I'm going to tell you another secret too. If these were room temperature is when you want to smell of the cantaloupe. If they put them in the refrigerator, you can't smell them as well. So anyway, when they've got the pile out there in the produce, pick you a really good cantaloupe. And on the tomatoes, I always try to get the ones that are have the vines on them. And we have a lot of good Blount County tomatoes that are not quite in yet, but when they're in, I'll come back and we'll eat a tomato sandwich together, something like that. But anyway, if you like cantaloupes, give me a thumbs up. I would like to see it, a thumbs up. And if you like tomatoes, give me a heart. And if you're just glad to be alive today, give me something. Anyway, just know that today's a really good day and we're going to have a great one together. And I'm just so glad you're all here. I've got people from Texas and Louisiana and all that looking on here. So y'all, thank y'all for coming into this little Southern Mama's kitchen. Now, I got to tell y'all, I've had some technical difficulty this morning. If some of you might have seen, I tried to get on here before and it didn't turn out well. So anyway, what I'm going to end up doing is standing up in a minute because I'm leaning over. And then I will just show you how I cut this thing up. But before we do, let's get to some business. Y'all know if you want to cook like a Southern mama cooks like me down in the deep South, Happiness is Homemade, y'all. It's available on Amazon, and you're going to love it. Your friends will love it if you want to give them a gift. Any new bride or any new people that's getting married, every new couple needs some recipes like this. Y'all, I think I told you that one of my sweet little ladies that I gave one of these to when she got married. I saw her the other day and she said, I use your book every day cooking for my hubby. So I was thrilled with that. Y'all, these are tried and true recipes. You don't have to guess about it. And you don't have to be a chef to make them either. So Happiness is Homemade, y'all. Go to Amazon and you can order it and it'll come right to your house. And also, I have ebooks. So if you want an ebook, you can go there too, and it'll come right to whichever device that you want it on. So ebooks or regular books, just go there and order some, and you'll get that. Okay. So Happiness is Homemade, y'all. And some of my recipes I share on danastandridge.com. So you can go there, and some of my videos are there as well. Also, I'm on YouTube. So y'all get on YouTube and subscribe. That just means we're friends. And follow me on Facebook. And one more thing, please share this. Please share this. Thank you. All right, let's move on. We got to get some cooking done. Like I said, I got some people coming over, and we're going to take care of this cantaloupe right now. Now, I told you got to smell the end. And if it smells like a concentrated cantaloupe smell, this is the one that you're going to want. Because y'all, you and I have both. You're going to need a good knife too. And this is my knife I got for Christmas. Y'all remember this one? Oh, I love this knife so. But y'all know we've all been places and eaten cantaloupes that we thought, oh, well, this doesn't taste like anything. No, I promise you, if you get a good smelling cantaloupe, you're going to have a good tasting cantaloupe. And let me talk to you about the things that we got to do. First, we're going to cut it in half. Now, y'all, I cut it right down the middle of the tips here, cut it straight in half. And if you look right in here, it's got all this, what we call pulp and seed. And we got to take care of that, okay? So let me move around some bowls here. To take care of this, you're going to need a spoon. Y'all, cantaloupes are easy. They're not hard at all. And let me show y'all this bowl right here. This is one of those old tin bowls. This was my Nanny Swan's, and she used to put her beans and butter beans and stuff like that, shell or break beans in this when I would go down and sit on the porch with her. So it's a good memory for me, and I still use it. But anyway, this is how we're going to get it out. We just scrape it easy, just like that. Pour it in the scrap bowl. Get your scrap bowl right beside you. See how easy was that? And y'all, oh, it smells so good. Smells so good. Here we go again. You just scrape it easily, very gently. Scrape them off. You don't want the seeds in there. Okay, and then there we go. Scrape it to the side. Now, the next thing you're going to do is decide about your serving pieces, which I do like my mother did, like my grandmother did, and all that. I cut it in wedges. Okay, so I start like this, and I hope you can see this. Let me turn you down just a little. And like I said, I've had some technical issues, so y'all bear with me. Turn it down like this, and we just make a wedge. See? See that beautiful wedge? And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it in a minute. But let me get my wedges cut, because this is how I do it. I just keep cutting along. And I hope y'all were doing okay, and I hope you're ready for some really good cantaloupe. Now, I see that I have a few seeds right here, and I'm going to take care of those right now. Okay. One more, and then we will do the next step. And you just got to be careful not to cut yourself. All right, now you're going to need a smaller knife, and let me reach back here and grab mine. Now, this is how I do it. We're going to peel off the outside part here. See, you just got to peel it off. And if you will look right here, there's green and then there's orange. You cut the green part off, okay? So this is kind of like just a quick peel. See, like that? It's so easy. And y'all, this is good. And don't tell anybody, and this is what I also do next. I cut it in half. See, so I'll cut it in half and I put it in my pretty bowl, and that's what I'm gonna do. But y'all know me, I can't wait to get a little taste. So I cut me a slice. Let's see how it is. I did good on that one. It's a really good one. If you cut your cantaloupes this way, give me a thumbs up. Or if you cut yours a different way, tell me how you do it. Now, y'all know when we used to do a lot of baby showers and stuff, we would always get these and make them into pretty shapes and stuff and do balls, cantaloupe balls, fruit ones. But I'm just putting food on the table, so I'm doing it like this. And y'all, this is just gonna be good. You can do this for your family. And y'all, cantaloupe has a lot of vitamins, nutrients, things that you need, and they're not that expensive. So if you need to have an extra side dish, this is the way to go. And plus, it's a good thing for your family if you use what's available in produce. And it's good for the farmers too. We got to support our farmers. And I got to tell y'all, my grandpa, I called him Papa Swan, but my Papa Swan used to raise cantaloupes, and he was very particular about his cantaloupes and what you did to him to make him good. And he supplied a grocery store in the area with cantaloupes. So we're particular about our cantaloupes in the family. Now, this is just half of it, and it's already almost filled this up. So you can see it's going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick and just let y'all hang in here with me. And if y'all got any questions you want me to answer or any recipes you'd like me to cook, just go ahead and give me a hand, okay? I mean, y'all know I do my chicken and dumplings. Well, let me tell you what else my recipes are going to be for tonight. I'm making my yummy chicken pie. And if you've never made my yummy chicken pie, you are missing out because it is easy and delicious. I'm making green beans. I'm making homemade chocolate ice cream. Now, back in the day, when we all used to go on dates and stuff, we would go to get a Frosty at Wendy's. If you've ever eaten a Wendy's Frosty, y'all give me a heart because those things are so good. Well, this recipe tastes just like that. And I will be making that later and putting a video out on that as well. And it's in my book. Recipes are in my book. Now, see how easy this is? I'm going to show y'all about tomatoes in just a minute. Y'all hear me throwing that over there? My husband's outside cutting the grass. Can y'all hear that? Now, if you leave any of the green on here, it is going to be a little not as tasty. So that's why I always try to cut it off. All right. Sounds like he's winding up and bringing the lawnmower back in. All right, here we go. Look at this beautiful container. I'm going to cover this and put it in the refrigerator. And tonight, when I pull out my other delicious things to eat, this will be on the table. It'll fill up an empty spot. All right, now let's talk about tomatoes. And I'm just going to have to get down here because I'm just having so much technical difficulties today. Y'all bear with me. Let's talk about tomatoes. Now, I've got this friend named Martha, and she found out I like to cook, and she gave me a present. And it was this. Did y'all see this? Y'all see this knife? Just a simple little knife. And it's a tomato knife. Now, I've been cooking a long time. I didn't know there was such a thing as a tomato knife. And this is not an expensive knife, but it's just a tomato knife. And I was honored that she gave it to me. And she told me I was in her tomato club. So every time I use this knife, I think of Martha giving me this. And it really does a good job of cutting the tomatoes. Okay, so this is my tomato knife. I'm going to slice it. This is how, I'm not chunking it up. I'm slicing it. This is how we Southern mamas do. So let me pull you down here and watch me do this, if possible. Come on, you. Okay, there we go. So we got our tomato here, and I always try to get this part off and that little part on the end off. Just a smidge, because I don't like wasting any of the goodie of the tomato. All right, and I do pretty thin slices. There we go. And I fan them out on the little dish like this. See? Let me do one more. And I love tomatoes. In the South, we do tomatoes. At every meal, we can do tomatoes at. And sometimes we just eat tomato sandwiches because that's how we roll down here. And if you've never had a good tomato sandwich, you look me up and we'll eat one together because you're not living if you hadn't had a good tomato sandwich. So anyway, here it is. Let me try to get you back over here. Okay. So anyway, here we have beautiful tomatoes and we have beautiful cantaloupe. And these right here are going to feed my kids and grandkids, and it'll fill up a spot on that plate. And life is good here. Life is just really good. So, y'all remember, if you're having a good day or if you want to have a good day, send me a heart. Let me know you're out there. And I just want to tell you what I always tell you: the good Lord loves you. And I love you too. And we're going to have a good day together. And things might look bad around us, but we're going to lift our head up and we're going to keep our eyes focused on the good Lord. And we are going to feed our family and love everybody and be a good person. All right, y'all. You know I love you. And I'm going to sign out now. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye bye.